Hello, I'm UpYX Toycat, and yesterday the official trailer for the Buzzy Bees update did officially release. And you might say, wait a minute, didn't Buzzy Bees release 2 days ago though? And yes, that is true, the Buzzy Bees trailer was after the update itself, but still it was a very cool trailer. It did go trending on YouTube, and it did show some astounding world generation. As you're seeing right here, it shows waterfalls, it shows giant kind of like valleys between massive mountains, taller than we can see on any Minecraft platform for the most part right now with vanilla generation. It's a really cool trailer that shows Minecraft from the perspective of bees, and I wanted to show it to you in today's video because one, it's just a really great trailer that you need to see if you haven't already, and two, because it raises a lot of questions about the future of Minecraft that I figured it might be useful to answer for those of you who watch this trailer and those of you who say, yes, this is very exciting, even though we're seeing it from the perspective of bees. Minecraft looks amazing in whatever they used to make this trailer, and yeah, this is a thing that you might just question. However, I'm going to point your eyes to a few things before the end of the trailer because there's another 30 seconds or so. First of all is the fact that this pillager hits a beehive. That causes bees to come out of it, a non-Minecraft behavior. It's going to come in important later. And then the other thing is the fact that, yeah, super cute trailer shows off even more generation with the sunset now, so it's starting to look really crazy, and you're starting to really appreciate that background and just the sheer height of this mountain that we started on and how great that waterfall looks. And then finally, the bee comes home after a long day of buzzing around the fields, and he comes and lives in the beehive with 2 little bees. It's super cute, it's super adorable, and it is the end of the official Minecraft Buzzy Bees trailer. So the reason I bring this up is because there's been so many news posts, there's been so many theories, there's been a lot of people saying all over the place that, aha, Minecraft showed off some of their new world generation, waterfalls, as well as, these giant valleys are clearly coming to Minecraft in the next update. And although I think in the older days of Minecraft when they made in-engine trailers, and I think in, like for a lot of other games this might be true, for Minecraft in the modern age, this isn't something that necessarily makes sense, because these trailers are made by a third-party, trailer company. These are actually animations, they're not made within Minecraft at all, they're just designed to look like Minecraft, and this means that they just made some beautiful worlds for the sake of the trailer. And if you need some more proof as to, that definitely being a thing as opposed to maybe they did hint at this time, the last trailer for the Village and Pillage update showed off villagers rewarding the player for having defeated a pillager raid and giving out a bunch of items like they do in Java, not in Bedrock just yet, but like giving out a bunch of items, including a brand new blue one, and there was a bunch of theories about that, like, oh, it's clearly Cobalt because the next update, Combat and Cobalt, and yeah, this was a huge thing online. This went absolutely viral, but it was later confirmed by Mojang themselves that, oh, actually, this was an animation error. For some reason, they colored it blue instead of red, and no one spotted it. Think about it, by the way. They were told to animate redstone, and, it's literally called redstone, and they made it blue. It's a pretty, obvious animation error that clearly shows that it's not trying to be perfectly accurate to Minecraft. They're trying to make a pretty trailer, but you see from that whole story, I don't want to, like, criticize the YouTubers that propagated it, because I think it was a reasonable thing. Like, Minecraft hiding Easter eggs in a trailer is a great idea, but it's something they clearly showed with that one. It's not what they're trying to do. It's not what they're willing to do. It's not what they do with these trailers. These trailers are simply cinematic efforts to show off a brand new update to players who haven't jumped into Minecraft for a while. And I think because of that, that's why it's so interesting that they decide to show off these amazing waterfalls of this mountain view. Like, again, this is a thing that's possible in Bedrock to have this much for render distance. With the brand new, like shaders which are coming to the default game soon, it will be possible to make the game look this beautiful. And therefore, it is the terrain itself which is the most unrealistic part of this image, which is really weird to me because they know if they're, putting this in their trailer, they know if they decide to kind of like accentuate it this way by putting this giant waterfall here with this giant valley between mountains like you see in real life in a few places. It's super pretty there too. But like by including this generation, they know that a whole bunch of Minecraft players who haven't played in a while or who haven't played in a very long while are going to see this and be like, wow, Minecraft has gotten so much better. And even though it's sadly not true, it makes me question, like, wait a minute, Minecraft knows this is the sort of thing that looks appealing. Minecraft knows that when you see this image, you're inspired to be like, yeah, I want to play Minecraft. I want to settle down somewhere down there at the end of the river. But yeah, in spite of that being a thing that, maybe known, a thing that is out there and is worth them spending money on, extra money to animate something this beautiful, it's not something they're putting in the game or even have direct plans of. And that is what I find to be interesting here. Not the fact that, yeah, we saw some new stuff and sadly it's not a teaser, but it's the fact that, wait a minute, this was something clearly intentionally done because of the scale of it and the size. Whoever made this trailer has to have played Minecraft and know it can't look precisely like this, and, like, that's just a fact, right? But then, despite that, the reception to this and the fact that this rumor has started, that, oh, this is a hint at the 1.16 world generation, the fact that that can happen to me seriously indicates that, making an overhaul to the way Extreme Hills and the way Savannah Mountains and stuff generate is clearly overdue. And although on Java you can argue, like, well, they're kind of nice right now, they're not perfect, but they're good, on Bedrock they still don't generate over 100 blocks high. There are technological improvements happening all the time. Bedrock is getting more efficient as an engine. It just came out on PlayStation 4, which is the default most powerful console of the last generation. It should have launched on the Xbox One X. It never did, of course, but they intended to launch on the very most powerful, like stock console that you can find right now to this day. Despite those, it's obviously available on PCs as well. It's available on super high-end devices, but they're still limiting mountains to be 100 blocks. But in this trailer, they go much above that. And given that they announced this as a trailer for Minecraft, not for Minecraft Java Edition, that means they're showing off a Bedrock trailer where not only is the world generation so much better than we've seen in any Minecraft version, but also where the mountains and where, this thing existing on top of the hill, one, couldn't happen because you don't find flower forests this high, and two, wouldn't happen even if you could find flower forests on top of mountains, because mountains cannot be this high in Minecraft. But there clearly is a demand for multi-level terrain, for having these kind of plateaus and these peaks. Looking off to the left and the right there, wouldn't you love to see what's on top of those? Looking off to the snow mountains in the background, aren't you just compelled to climb one of those mountains? I definitely am, in the same way when you see the Breath of the Wild world, or any game that just shows you the world and says, here, you can explore any of that. You want to explore all of it a little bit, and that's what this Minecraft trailer does, that Minecraft itself doesn't necessarily do, that maybe is a hint that maybe Minecraft themselves should do that. Also, you might have spotted at the very start of this video, when we got to the end of the trailer, when the bee went inside his house and enjoyed his little cuddles of his tiny bees, which is adorable, you'll notice how at the end here, Buzzy bees are here. Learn more at Minecraft.net. Xbox Game Studio Mojang. Okay, yeah, this is a normal trailer end. Except, wait a minute. Are they inside a cave? Yes, they are. By the way, a cave that, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't generate naturally, because if you look on the right there, the abandoned mine shaft is like missing blocks and like dug into the wall in a really cool way that would be amazing to see naturally generate. But yeah, to me, this is kind of a taunt that they finished the update, they finished this trailer, which is already showing things which look pretty great. They're showing this inside of a cave, and they're like, haha, here's just a little hint that one, to me, says, what would be great? In between the Never update, which is the next major Minecraft update, in the same way we had a small Buzzy Bee update, wouldn't it be cool if we had a small cave update? We're not going to, that's not going to happen, but it's a dream to have regardless. But it reminds me that, these trailers show that Mojang know what we want. The marketing people know exactly what we want to see when we look at Minecraft. We want to see amazing vistas that inspire us to play the game. We want to see these new features in those amazing vistas, and then we want to be reminded about the epic adventure experience that you can have when you go below the ground. Look how many open possibilities there are in this cave. Again, encouraging you. Should you go to the left down that mine shaft? Should you go to the right down that one? Should you go down the little cave over there? Do you see the skylight up there? I kind of want to see what's up above. All of these different things that are all active at the same time. The furnace is going, so you're smelting some iron, getting some armor made. All of these things are happening, and it's just encouraging to make you explore and discover more things, which is not something you can say of the current caves. And it makes me wonder, sometimes we like to believe that, oh yeah, Mojang doesn't know what we want as a player base. Oh yeah, did they think that we wanted to spend lots of money on our skin with the skin customization? Of course they knew most people didn't want that. They knew it would be a good, money maker. But then with everything else, you might think, well, clearly with the updates, their plan is to make the best updates for the game that the community wants the most, so they can satisfy the community, because a happy community is one that's more likely to continue playing, continue spreading the word to their friends, and of course, buying more copies of the game in the form of that friends. And also, of course, there's the fact that you'll buy whatever thing, maybe it's the skins, maybe it's the marketplace. You are an ongoing source of revenue to Microsoft. Even if you don't personally buy something, you're part of a system of people where 1% of people do buy things, and it keeps the game maintaining, which is a fair and a fine thing. We live in a world where games have stopped being a finished product and instead are being updated continuously, and in exchange you kind of pay continuously. In this case, optionally, if you want to, via the Minecraft store, which is only pushed on you via a menu button, which changes every week and tries to lure you in that way. But this raises the big question of they know what the community want, but why won't they do it? And there's a few levels to this one you can take. Again, the first level is that one of oh yeah, well, if we do what they want in this regard, whether it's world generation or whether it's caves, well then they'll just clearly want something else as soon as that's done, and that would be a cynical viewpoint. Or maybe what it is again, Jeb has clearly said that he has a vision, a dream, a goal design for Minecraft, and maybe what that is to make sure that all these existing parts of the game that were kind of roughly designed within a week many years ago actually get some proper fleshing out. This is why the Never update has always made sense to me, because it's a way to update the world generation of Minecraft, to change everything, to add a whole bunch of new things without really changing the game for people who don't want it to be, because there never is a core part of survival. It's a part of like caving and all these other things, but just like how the Village and Pillage update changed villagers, but a lot of players might not ever interact with a villager, it's changing a core part of the game which was kind of rough before and making it much more fleshed out, much more enjoyable to a new player, but also an existing player who comes back to the game. And that could be why the Never update is the next logical one. That could be why it's been very clearly hinted that like either a new dimension or an end update could be the one after that, because updating parts of the game that have been left behind for a while is something that clearly should be a trend. Obviously, it's a trend I'd follow up by saying cave update, but it is the rather interesting, eternal debate between creative people and the business products they make. Should you make things that you really want to? Should you make things that you know are great using your artistic inspiration, using all these sorts of grand concepts, or instead should your vision of how you create a product, that even if a creative one, should that be driven by the people who enjoy it and who experience it? Because you might say like, of course, the people who buy your thing, who allow you to continue doing the thing, should be the ones who decide, but the reality can often be the people who play a game aren't going to be the best ones to work out how to develop it, because they're not developers. The people who watch a movie aren't going to know how to make a movie, because there's lots of steps of camera angles and stuff you have to work out. People who watch YouTube videos don't know how to make a viral YouTube video that somehow hits the algorithm on the YouTube front page, because all of these different things are different skill sets that don't perfectly overlap. And that's why, even though no one was asking for a block-based game that looks really rough and has giant cows and ridiculous animals of all these sorts of forms, no one was asking for that back in 2009, but Minecraft came out of nowhere anyway, and it was a huge hit success at the time. And then all the features that were added after them, no one was really asking for them. No one thought a bed would be a great idea when it first came out, but yeah, now beds are a core part of Minecraft that really without beds could Minecraft survive? Actually, I've mentioned this before, they were the first feature to come out for Minecraft after I started playing it. The first time I played Minecraft, I had an all-nighter, so I played from like midnight all the way to like 10 AM when my friend woke up, and then when I closed Minecraft and reopened it, there was an update to the game which had beds. Fun fact, there's my story. But no one would have asked for a lot of the features that Minecraft adds, but yet you can't do without them now. Even some of the goofy, quirky features like the villagers and their noise and stuff, these didn't come because people wanted them, they came because a developer thought, oh, that might be a good idea. Same with the snow golem or the iron golem, and same with so many bad features that we don't want. Having someone, creative, having someone with a vision, a goal to make a thing can sometimes be a better idea than listening to the people who consume that thing. It's just that's also how a lot of the disconnect between an audience and a creator or anything can kind of begin. And this is why I'm kind of saying this, because the sad result of all of that is you can therefore, as any creative in any field, as a YouTuber, as a filmmaker, as a someone who makes paintings, or someone who makes video games, all are different types of art, right? Someone who makes any of these things always has some amount of like artistic freedom, which they can use to either make something amazing while no one's expecting it, that can change the world in ways that we've seen many times, or because the process looks roughly the same, they can, goof off. They can make something that isn't so great in the end, that isn't received well by pretty much anyone. You might say that's what the combat update was to some extent, and you don't really know which it is until it's happened. Like with most things in life, like with, well wait, let's make this topical, like with, elections and government policies and stuff today, you don't really know what the right decision is until way after the fact. History is way easier to analyze than the present, and Minecraft is kind of the same way. Is the next update is going for the Never, followed by whatever else, is not updating caves till at least Minecraft 1.17, years after, like the last update. Is that a really smart decision, or was that one of the things that killed Minecraft? We won't know until we look back, in the future, and therefore we don't know if this is the smartest decision or it's the thing that literally, is slowly killing Minecraft. We don't know for sure until it happens. All I know is I'd love to see new world generation. I'd love to see new caves. I will die for them, Jeb. Is that what you need? Do you need me to die for new caves? I will do it, darn it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video. I want to quickly use this as an opportunity, because this is vaguely a news video, right? Because you know what the most important news is? Streamless is still going on. I've streamed for 6 days in a row now, which might not sound like a lot, but again, streaming's like this fun little side thing for me. So I've been streaming every single day for the 12 days of Streamless. Today is day 7. It probably is day 8 actually, but today is day 7, which means if you want to catch me streaming, I'm going to be streaming tonight, as well as streaming the next 6 nights. If you never caught a live stream live, you know what? It's like a regular video, but slightly worse and a lot longer. So yeah, you want to come watch a live stream? Come do it live on this channel. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. If you don't get notifications through YouTube, which a lot of people don't, despite hitting the notification bell and wanting to see the live streams, I tweet out about an hour before my live streams on Twitter, so follow me at IBXToycat there, or turn on tweet notifications, or do whatever you feel like doing. here's my self-promotion for today, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.